What are some of the best choices you've made in your life? Losing weight. Skin got better, easier to find clothes, better social interactions, lesser judgmental comments. To piggyback on that, not getting winded running or climbing stairs, not feeling hot all the time, while being hotter all the time, pull-ups. Sitting on hard surfaces is uncomfortable now, though. To move to Ireland. Yeah, emigration is not for everyone, but it helped me build a life for myself. I'm imagining some 19th century Irish guy hearing this in disbelief. To Ireland, you say, you hit the nail on the head with this one. Quitting smoking. I smoked for 9 years and quit 2.5 months ago. One of my favorite things I can do now is run. As a smoker I could never run for more than 2 minutes without dying. Now I proudly have a 7-minute mile. I wish I could go back in time and undo all the damage smoking did to me. But all I can do is push forward from here and be glad I don't smoke. Screw cigarettes. My ex-girlfriend got hooked on heroin, so I broke it off. 1. I slipped a Narcan into her bag before she walked out the door. 2. Later that week, I heard she tried to purposely or someone found the Narcan and brought her back. Apparently, she turned her life around after that. Edit. We were together for almost 10 years. For things to have ended like that, it hurts so fucking bad. I heard she sobered up and recently got engaged. Glad I could do her one last solid. Have a nice life, ape. Going back to high school. I'm almost done, only 14 years late. Worth it. Me too. I'm 54 and I graduate this Wednesday night. I went back to continuation school and sat in a classroom. The tutors were my son's age. Class of 2018 rocks. I had a rule. Don't flirt if there is no possibility of a relationship. My thinking was, if this go badly you're just embarrassing yourself, and if things go well you're just setting up for disappointment. While at my college roommate's wedding I broke that rule to flirt with the maid of honor, even though she lived 3 time zones away. Yeah, we are married now. Long ago and far away, after agreeing with my partner that it would be best for us to terminate her unexpected pregnancy, I changed my mind and chose not to. That night I lay awake, wrestling with our decision and its implications, projecting the what ifs and the maybes into the future as far as I could. Finally, I realized 2 things with absolute certainty: that I loved my partner with all my heart, and that the plan we'd set our minds to before going to bed would slowly erode our relationship until it was no more. In the morning, when she woke up, I kissed her gently, told her that I loved her deeply, wanted to have the baby, and asked her to marry me. Here, decades later, having raised and loved the beautiful daughter that was that baby, it was, and remains, the single best choice I've ever made in my entire life. Getting sober. Absolutely the best decision ever. Never knew life could be this good. Same here, 11 months for me today. Being patient and listening before I respond to issues. I'm almost 40. You kids out there should pay heed to this. Be patient. Take time to reflect, digest and process things. This applies in your personal and professional life. Don't react. Respond. Breaking up with the emotionally manipulative girlfriend. I think we are all in that situation with a partner at some point or other, and finally taking the step to get away from them and realize you don't need them is a big part of emotional maturity. Stop stressing about school and grades so much. My whole life I've felt like it's been a swirl of A, B, C, D, F and GPA. When I realized I wanted something else after school, my entire outlook and motivation to exist changed. Late edit. I understand reasons that people have to stress about grades such as a competitive major, graduate school or scholarships. I should have emphasized being disillusioned with a chosen major and the pressure of having to decide your life's career so young. Well, I'm heading back to college in the fall to study something different. I just beat cancer and have been feeling bored with the work I do lately, so I want to study something else and make a change. It's exciting and I'm feeling really positive lately. Having a full hysterectomy due to endometriosis and adenomyosis so that I could be healthier for my daughter while her dad battles a very rare form of cancer. We are no longer together, but are best friends and co-parent very well. Hey, on that secondary note, thanks for being such a good co-parent. My parents divorced when I was a kid, and they still despise each other almost 10 years later. It made things a lot harder than they had to be. Your daughter is 1000% better off for that, so thank you. Marrying my wife, along with being a loving, hilarious, gorgeous geek, she had the emotional intelligence to help me go to therapy and get past decades of baggage from my family because she had done the same to get through her childhood issues. I love seeing how she is as a mother to our 2 kids. I'm so glad they'll never have reason to fear their mother like I did. Deleting all my social media. I don't consider Reddit SM. It's helped a lot with only concentrating my time on people who I care about / care about me. Also, you lose FOMO. Reddit is like a more useful Google. It helped me with job searches, career questions, helped me find new hobbies. While in a tumultuous relationship, I chose to not be jealous or resentful towards my partner or anyone else. The biggest thing was realizing that it truly was a choice. When I felt jealous, I previously took it personally for no reason whatsoever, but felt so much more free, stable, and loving when I chose to not do that. It's carried over to a lot of other aspects of my life and has truly helped me to judge and take situations for what they are, allowing me to feel loved a lot easier. Leaving an abusive relationship, even though I loved them very much. Sometimes you have to put yourself first. I recall reading about a college professor who always said on the first day of every semester that it's good to want to save the world, but it's okay if you only save one person, and it's okay if that person is you. It sounds super trivial, but keeping a diary, even if it's just to keep track of what you did that day, our memories can only store so much. Being in touch with your feelings and exactly how you live your life on a day-to-day basis makes a huge difference to your overall well-being. Writing something down not only makes you realize exactly how you feel, but it forces you to accept something rather than repress it, and that's the first step in tackling troubling thoughts. It's done wonders for my mental health and working out what my goals in life are. Took a tab of LSD, ended up having a terrible night and dissecting everything I hated about myself. Quit my job and immediately went back to school. Maintained a 4.0 which allowed me to get scholarships / grants / aid, and within a year it'll be done. Already worked a few seasons in my field and have a job lined up, ready to hit the ground and crush life. Thanks LSD. Your mileage may vary on that one though. I can't help but feel like I just got extremely lucky. Once when I was on it, I looked in the mirror and noticed just how fat I was. Dropped 70 pounds, and I'm now at a healthy weight. I'm glad people never really ask me what made me officially commit to a diet lol. Finally getting onto antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication. Legit a night and day difference after several months, and changing of dosage. Therapy was helpful but mine was bad enough to merit medicine and I'll never go back. I quit drinking soda as a sophomore in HS. To make a long story short, it was an awkward and sad time in my life. I had a horrible diet and was very scrawny and pale. I would get home from school and just game and drink a ton of soda. I looked ill and was bullied by my own friends that I would hang out with daily. They didn't believe I could give it up, but I did. My skin got clearer, my life got happier, and I began to excel in track. Now I'm fit and they're overweight. Funny how that works. There are a ton of details I'm leaving out, but I would never be who I'm today if I never gave it up. It was less of just soda and more of the bad habits / lifestyle that came with how much I consumed. TL. Doctor, gave up soda and shitty lifestyle choices, became the person I always dreamt of being. Walking out of an easy job, paid the bills with minimal effort, but I knew I was capable of more. Knew if I waited to job hunt and get interviews, I'd just keep putting it off. If I quit, I had to do something. Went to lunch, didn't go back. 2 years later, I've doubled my income at a job, just as easy except I actually feel like I have a chance of getting ahead now. Buying a guitar and learning to play. No matter how tough the days get, how lonely it feels to be away from the people you love, or how upsetting it is to not have your love reciprocated, music helps you find serenity and peace. The learning process can be frustrating at times, but the results are tangible if you keep at it, and the sense of satisfaction is unparalleled. It is an escape from all trivialities, and it's time for you